Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I will be doing my makeup inventory for the month of July, and I'm currently on a no buy. I originally filmed an update in March for this year, but I realized that there was not much difference between March and January, which is when the first makeup inventory I did for the year came out. So I decided I would wait until June, and now it's July, so I guess it was 6 months later. But I'm going to get into this video. I have my notes right here and I will be putting photos over my face of my numbers. I will be comparing my current inventory to January, not March, even though they're about the same anyways. And you should stay tuned until the very end because I did do a declutter and I filmed it, but I don't know if it's like how long it's going to take me to put that up and when I'm going to put that up. But these are post declutter numbers. So I'm going to get started with eye primers. In January I had 2 and now I have 1. And that's because the one in January was almost used up and then I got COVID. So then I was like, oh, guess I'm not using this anymore. I was a little sad that I didn't get to use it up completely, but I got COVID, man, and I used it, so I can't really use it, or shouldn't really use it. Moving on to face primers, I previously had 1 in January and now I still have 1. I am using it a lot more often now and it's probably going to be gone by the end of the year because it's in the project pan. So I think my next makeup inventory will actually be at the end of the year, even though I'm expecting to use up some products by the next quarter. I think just doing these quarterly is not reasonable for me anymore because I'm not buying makeup anymore. I'm using it up, and when you use up products, you use them up a lot more slowly than you would be bringing them in. So my makeup inventory videos served me to like kind of remind me what I have, but now I'm not bringing that much in, so obviously I know the numbers are going to be the same or going down, but very little. Moving on to foundations, I previously had 1 and now I have 0. I decluttered it. It was almost done anyways, but I just hadn't used it in months, and we had a heat wave recently. Actually, we're still at like the butt end of the heat wave. Foundation was the last thing I wanted to think about, and the last time there was a heat wave, it like destroyed some of my makeup products. Like, it was so hot that my Fenty Gloss Bomb went bad. And I also don't really like wearing foundation, so I'm not that upset about getting rid of it. I told myself no more foundations, no more concealers. I don't own any concealers, so this is like perfect. Moving on to setting sprays, okay, this is weird. I had 3 in January, but now I have 4. I swear to you, I bought the other setting spray you're seeing, the Milani one, last year, but then it was in a bin away from everything when I was taking photos of my collection, and I forgot to include it in January's photos. But I did not buy it this year. I have one that I use for traveling, which is why even though it's small, I'm not rushing to finish it. Moving on to powders, I previously had 5. I didn't know I had that many in January, but now I only have 2. I used up 1, and then the other one I almost was done using up, but then I had like 2 days worth left in it, but then got COVID, so had to get rid of it, and it was also like not my favorite, so I didn't really care too much. It was just like a good thing that it was almost done anyways. And then another powder, I have not disliked the powder so much in my life than the Joa Beauty Precision powder. I forgot what it's called, but like it was the banana setting powder. I hated it. Actually, I also don't like the Ben Nye powder. It looks so powdery on me. Like, Laura Mercier didn't do that, Wet n Wild didn't do that, but I can't buy from Wet n Wild anymore because I don't buy from there. So I'm kind of confused. But the Ben Nye powder is going to last me a long time, so I don't have to buy another powder for a while. I think I am going to continue to do a no-buy into next year. Moving on to bronzers, I previously had 6 in January, and I still have the same 6. I did hit pan on one of them, but for this update, I'm not opening up the packages of, I'm not opening up my products so you can see inside because there are a lot of Project Pan spoilers and I don't want to show you. Moving on to blush, I previously had 15 in January and I still have the same 15. I am very close to using up 2 of them though, so December's update should be exciting. Moving on to highlighters, I previously had 12 and now I have 9. I did declutter one of them. Actually took a lot of the products I didn't like and I tried to create a body lotion with it, like a shimmery body lotion, but it got disgusting, so I got rid of it. But I tried to make use out of it and I used 3 of my highlighters that I was not going to wear. I prefer a more natural highlighter and these were not natural, so that's why I decided to try and save them by making it into a body lotion, like a shimmery body lotion. I'm wearing a shirt, by the way. My hair just happens to be covering the tank, but yeah, I'm not naked. Oh, what am I saying? You can totally see it. Okay, anyways. And I don't know if you noticed, but the same face palette has been in like all 3 of these, and I don't count face palettes as a separate category because why? I feel like that would just make you think that you have less stuff. So that's why I put it, like I count single pans, I don't count the whole thing as one. And when I was on a low buy, I also counted it by pan and not by like product. Moving on to eyeliners, I previously had 8 and now I have 7. But if you look really closely, I do have a new highlighter. So what happened was I did declutter 2 because they were like starting to, one was getting old and the other one was like starting to dry. The new one I got was actually for my birthday. So my birthday is in June and I did not ask for makeup this year. I actually told all my friends, don't buy me presents. I don't like receiving presents for my birthday because I feel like I have too much stuff and I don't want people to feel obligated to buy me something. I would rather hang out with them and spend time, like quality time with them, because that's not something you can buy, and like, you know, it's fun for both of us. And but someone got me an eyeliner. I didn't expect presents this year and I'm very grateful. My present policy is no present. Moving on to brows, I previously had 7 and I currently have 7 brow products. They are the exact same 7. One of them is a brow mascara or a brow gel. The rest are brow pencils. And I've been working on the same brow pencil for the longest time. So I think I do have a backup of it. The next time I open up the backup, I'm going to track my usage on it because it lasted forever. But then I also don't know if that's a good idea because it's discontinued and I'm really sad because I really liked it. It's the NYX powder brow pencil from like, did I buy it during COVID or pre-COVID? It's been at least 3 years. So it might have been pre-COVID. Yikes. Moving on to mascara, I previously had 3 and now I have 2. I did not wear mascara for the longest time because I did wear it to work and then I realized that the mascara had transferred onto my upper lid and like kind of messed up my makeup look, and to me it was very noticeable, but I'm sure to everyone else it didn't look that noticeable. But I was like so embarrassed that I went to work like that I just stopped wearing it. And then I got COVID and then obviously I couldn't wear it anymore after that. But recently when I was doing my declutter, I was like, oh, should I wear this again? And then I remembered that I stopped wearing it because I got COVID. And then also because it like smudged onto my lids. But I did open a new mascara and I wore it like twice already and I have not smudged it onto my lids. I'm not wearing it today just in case I smudged it, but like I think I'm going to start wearing mascara again because I have it, and I have a lot of mascara curlers that I bought in Japan last year and I don't want it to go to waste. Moving on to lipsticks, I previously had 11 in January and now I have 10. I did not declutter a lipstick, I just lost it. I don't know where it went. Like I thought it was in my travel makeup bag because I always bring it with me when I travel because it's an easy lipstick. Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey, the one that everyone really liked, and I have no idea where it is. It's not in my travel bag, so I'm wondering if it's in my work bag, but I doubt it. I don't know where it is, just like I don't know where my workout gloves are. So after this video and after this video, while I'm uploading it and uploading my other videos, I think I'm going to go look for my lost items. I'm kind of in a decluttering, like, summer cleaning mood because it's been so hot the past few days that I haven't really been able to keep my apartment clean. It's not like a tornado went through it, it's just like there's little things out of place here and there, and obviously I've lost some things. So I think it's about time. Moving on to lip glosses, I had 9 in January and I still have 9, but I'm almost done with one of them. So definitely we'll have 8 by, at least 8 or less by December. Moving on to the most exciting part, probably for most people. I always save this part for last. It is eyeshadows. For my single eyeshadows, I previously had 14. But now I have 5. I decluttered 9 of my Sydney Grace eyeshadows. It was a little sad. I almost decluttered 10, but I decided to keep one of them. When I was swatching it, I was like, wow, these shadows feel just as good as the day I bought them. But unfortunately, when you pick like eyeshadows over a screen and not in person, you don't know what they look like on you. The eyeshadows I picked all happen to look horrible on my skin tone. And like, just, I could not get them to look that good. But they do feel really nice and like buttery. So I think in the future, if I'm going to buy eyeshadow, it will be from Sydney Grace. Moving on to quads, this is for everything that's between 2 eyeshadows and 5 eyeshadows. But I know the word quad means 4. But this is like everything that wouldn't be a single or would not be big enough to be a palette, and everything in this category is not 4 eyeshadows, like 4-pan eyeshadow, like quads. It is either 3 or 5. So I do have 3, and I previously had 3, so yeah, it's the same 3. I love traveling with the Kaja bento stacks. I have 2 of them. I got, you know what, they're actually both presents. They're really easy to apply with your finger, and they complement my skin tone well. And then moving on to palettes, I previously had 13 in January, and I'm going to talk a little bit so that you can see the palettes that I have, because my declutter that I did recently was mostly for eyeshadow palettes. I currently have 7! When I took the photo, I was so shocked because I don't know if you noticed, but the photos for this month's update are on my table. Normally I do it on the floor because I get natural lighting from the window, but my office is actually the closet. But when I was trying to lay it out, I was putting it towards the corner so that I could get more space to take the photo, and then I was like, that's it? Yeah, so I decluttered 6 of them, 6 palettes, and they are mostly Urban Decay palettes. I decluttered all my Urban Decay palettes because I just felt like the quality was off. Like, it went bad on me or something. It's very dry and like it felt brittle to the touch. They're not super old. Like, I have a Wet n Wild palette that is older than that, and it performs just fine. I don't think Urban Decay makes the best eyeshadow formula, and I prefer Huda Beauty, I prefer Pat, and I prefer Too Faced even over them, although I'm starting to fall out of love with Too Faced's eyeshadow quality. Like, the chocolate gold palette was their standard for me. That was their very first palette I owned from them, and the eyeshadows from there were like amazing. I think the newer palettes just can't hold up to that, so I did keep one of my newer Too Faced palette though, because it is new and I just didn't feel like getting rid of it. I still do like Too Faced's mattes, and the palette is mostly matte, so I think I can work with it. And it's colorful, and I don't have that many colorful palettes left. I have 2 colorful palettes left. I decluttered most of my colorful palettes. But yeah, that's everything for this video. Are you shocked? I anticipated like everything to go down. I was a little bit surprised about the setting spray, but I totally forgot about it. And the eyeliner, I technically did go down in numbers for eyeliner. Everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it interesting. And I'll see you in December for hopefully an even more exciting update. Thanks for watching. Bye!